Hey everyone, I'm Claire, digital marketing specialist here at Doyle Spillane, and I am joined with Steve, who for a very long time has been one of our sales specialists and part of the furniture here at Doyle Spillane, and he has recently been appointed as director, which is really exciting. So I wanted to bring Steve on and chat a little bit about his career journey. I want to go back to the very beginning. What has your career journey been like? How did you end up in real estate?
Yeah, so really good question. I've been in real estate now approaching 15 years. So quite some time. I've been at Doyle Spillane for nearly 12 of those years. Nice. So the early part of my career, I jumped around a lot, sort of place to place, really trying to find home. And then when I walked through these doors that time ago, I knew pretty quickly this was where I wanted to see out my career.
What initially attracted you to real estate?
Yeah, it's quite funny. A lot of people say, oh, I have a passion for property and people, and that all comes in parts with the job. It was funny. My mum actually mentioned it to me once.
Oh, nice.
To give it a go. I was in that stage of my life when I was young, living at home and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And mum actually mentioned it to me and gave it a go, and the rest is history.
Nice,
So,
here you are.
Yeah, I was chasing my tail for the first couple of years, that's for sure. But yeah.
Looking back, what has been one of the biggest lessons that you've learned along the way?
Yeah, so a lot of people know this if they have at least followed our journey or know me, but I've worked closely with Matt Morley, one of the directors, for a very long time. Firstly, where I am in my career and the things that I have achieved, I owe it to Matt most definitely. He's taught me so much. One of the key standout things through his mentoring was what we call equanimity. So as salespeople, we experience a lot of highs and lows.
Yep.
Very high highs, very low lows, and it changes very quickly. So it can be quite emotionally draining over time dealing with the things that we do. So equanimity is, when things are going really well, stay level-headed, stay humble, still do the work and do everything right, not get ahead of yourself. But equally as important when things don't go so well, and it does go pretty bad pretty quickly, and we carry a lot of pressures, is not to go into the depths of depression and be really hard on yourself and have those really low lows affect you too much. So trying to keep it a steady, mindset is probably the way to do it. And that's probably been the biggest learning for me. It's helped me get through a lot, but also helped me grow, because if once you're in growth mode, you tend to become complacent pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I guess mental health kind of goes into that. If you have a really good mental health, then it makes the job, I guess, not manageable is the right word, but you get what I'm getting at.
I do. I think it's a very important thing that gets overlooked, especially in the early days when I started or when I was younger. It was something that wasn't talked about as prolific as today, and I definitely think it's something that we need to be taking on board just as much as our physical health, for sure. Moving
on to you becoming director. So what does it mean to you to step into this role?
It means a lot. It means the world. It was something that was on the list for quite a while, and it was something that I always wanted to achieve. In the early parts of my career, going back to it, I didn't imagine myself being a business owner back then, or a part owner. As time went on, I definitely felt like it was something, for sure.
What do you think has helped you get to this point as director?
So first and foremost, of course, it's hard work and customer service. Those are the two things. But going back to what I was saying before, it's more about who helped me get here. And, without Matt, with the mentorship and the training and us clicking as well as a team, to put it in perspective, we've worked together in the same team for the past 11 to 12 years since I've been here as well. And he's been an integral part of that, and I wouldn't be where I am without him. That's just a fact. And of course, my lovely wife, Melanie, who works with us as well. For sure would not have been able to do this with her being such a great partner. And this game, it takes a lot from you, time-wise. So for her to be able to give me the time that I need to do what I need to do is one of the main reasons why I've been able to do this. So it wouldn't be without both of them.
What do you think your clients appreciate most about working with you?
Yeah, it's probably a couple of things. I think the first one is my unwavering commitment to them. That's the first thing. So I make it very clear to people, if they do choose to sell their property with me, there's a lot of things that we can't control. We can't control how buyers will react to the property or the things that they'll say and they do, but I focus on what I can control. And that's the unwavering commitment. You do really get me 7 days a week, morning, night. The only time I'm not responding to a client, a vendor especially, is if I'm asleep. There's I'm up early and all that sort of stuff. But if I see someone needs something, you get my undivided attention. I feel that the general consumer deserves that. And then so that's what I like to bring to the table. And then there's also process driven. There's a formula that we are pretty strict by to extract the best price for a property in the market, in terms of presentation, pricing, marketing, things like that. So I feel like I bring those assets together to emulate a really good sale as well. So you combine all of that. I feel is what I bring to the table and give everyone the best possible chance to get the best result they can. And let's be real, it's not easy at the moment, so we've got to be very strict on those facets for sure.
What's your philosophy when it comes to selling someone's home?
Yeah, so going back to sort of the last question, the philosophy really sticks to the business plan or the plan that we have. And that's following, a formula or a structure and a process. And those three key elements are, first and foremost, making sure the property presents in its best light. We're big on that. Marketing the property well, so going into WIP or making sure we do the proper advertising, because that links in if you advertise it well, more eyeballs, but it showcases your property in a well-presented light as well. And then the final piece of the puzzle, if you price the property properly, you will get more buyers through the door, enhance your chance of creating competition. Essentially, which will give you the best chance to achieve a premium result. Even at the moment, we've got a lot of case studies, even in this tough market environment, where we've exceeded vendors' expectations, and it's always the properties that follow that system. If something's off, especially at the moment, one element, you'll find there's you're going backwards pretty quickly.
And moving on to a bit about the market, and you touched on it a little bit. The market obviously has changed quite a lot over the past few years. What are you seeing at the moment in terms of the market now, and where do you see it progressing?
Look, that's a hard question to answer, because the market will change on predictions of future behavior. So, inflation and spending and interest rates going up or down and things like that. We have seen about a 10% correction on the northern beaches as a whole, houses and units sort of combined. It's probably since February this year. That's due, the main reasons really is the shift in confidence, and that sort of comes off the back of, interest rate rises, of course, the federal budget and things like that. When there's a lot of uncertainty, there's a lot of lack of confidence to do that. Now, where I see it going, I do, based on previous data, back, with the credit crunch that we had in 2018, back with the GFC in 08, which I wasn't working in then, but the data always shows that there's corrections and there's quick bounce back. So we do think it will bounce back pretty quickly. When, how long and how far away, and these things is probably a bit hard to determine what the future holds. I think we'll be in this period at least probably 6 to 12 months that we're figuring out at the moment. But then once again, as time goes on, confidence builds, sentiments and things like that, I do believe will shift. That's what I think will happen in the future, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yes, it's like that saying, what comes up must go down, and vice versa.
Yeah, exactly. But the trajectory over time, it's sort of like this, this, and this, and, so I think, properties always has been, and I think always will be, a long-term strategy. I think the short-term sugar hits and things like that, those days are gone, but I'm always a big advocate that if you can afford to get in no matter of the market, and it's a long-term strategy, of course, holding minimum 7, 10, 12 plus years to then progress to the next step. I think it's always, the data shows that will always be how it should keep going.
What advice would you give to someone who's thinking about selling in today's market, where it is a little bit unpredictable and not like it was even a year ago? So different.
Yeah, most definitely. So we're spending a lot of time at the moment to have the crucial conversations up front. So making sure we really drill into why is someone selling. People are always upsizing, downsizing, and buying and selling due to their life events. That's always happened like that. It always will be like that. If someone just wants to, for example, if a property is worth $1 million and they just want to try and sell for 1.1 because it makes financial sense to them, we're advising people right now is probably not the right time. So we're talking a lot of people out of selling at the moment. On the flip side, a very important note is it is actually a really good time to upsize, because the correction in the market, if you're going upwards, closes the gap from someone that might not be able to afford, that particular priced property 6 to 12 months ago. and they can sell for a little bit less than what it was 3 or 6 months ago, they close that gap. It's a really good time to upsize. So that's the genuine truth. So we let people know that, hey, it is a good time to do that. But yeah, like I said, we're talking a lot of people out of selling because, prices just aren't what they were.
Yeah, and I think that's important, having those upfront conversations.
Yeah, and that links back to one of the earlier questions that you asked me as well, is, what I guess sets us apart or makes us different. It's having the courage to have the proper conversations with people at the right time, I think is important. We're not just here to make a sale. We're here to be trusted advisors.
And that's really important as a business owner and someone working in the service industry. Now, moving on to Doyle Spillane, what makes Doyle Spillane different from other agencies?
There's a few things. First and foremost, long-term, standing, reputable company for 40 years. That's number one. Been in the same spot, same values, same core principles for a long time. Number one. A lot of those core principles include things like communication. We're massive on that. Empathy. We do genuinely care. We like to think that we're good negotiators for our clients. And we run a really good process as a company as a whole. And I think, flowing onto the PM department, they are super great at what they do. Very, very good, very diligent. Going back to communication, finding from experiences in the past, things get left unattended for days on days on days. That doesn't not the case here. We find that everyone's very onto it. And I think that's definitely one of the big things that sets us apart for sure, is a lot of that sort of stuff. And of course, our commitment to our clients is one, for sure.
How important has the culture been here for your career?
Very, very. So, being here such a long time, obviously a lot of people have come and gone over time. I started when I was 22, 23. So culture was actually really important to me at that point in time. I was young, at the time single. I liked to be social. So having work social events, end of financial year parties, Christmas parties, genuine, quarterly office events and things like that, I thought was a big thing. But also general camaraderie between, other colleagues, I think was important. And I like to think and I feel that we all sort of get along with each other, which is great. And culture, I think, is super important because we spend so much of our lifetime at work. And if you're miserable at work, or if something bad is at work, it's a big portion of your life. So I'm very big on making sure that culture is good, and social life and social part of is good. I think is simple.
As a director, what do you personally hope to bring into the business?
Good question. I wish I had time to think of that. So, what I like to bring in is I want to continue what I was talking about, what sets us apart. Of course, there's business growth and, how many managers we want to get to, how many sales we want to make. And but I think the business has had such a good reputation for a long period of time. I want to contribute to that the best that I can and continue to grow it is what I want to do. And I want to be an integral part of that. Obviously, it's not just me. There's a few of us together, and we're all on the same page in terms of growth and growth mindset and where we want to get to. So I just want to do my best to do my bit to help contribute to the growth of the business and make sure that in 20, 30 years' time, we are the same business and the same core values what we have today in that time period.
And lucky last, we're going to touch on leadership, which is something that comes with the role as director. So what sort of leader do you want to be?
I want to be someone that a lot of the other staff members, no matter what their role is in the business, if they need something, they can come to me.
Nice.
That's the sort of leader I want to be. I don't want them to be afraid to ask questions. I don't want them to be afraid to say, hey, how would you handle this situation? Because I've worked in every part of the business. I've done reception, I've done property management, I've done leasing, I've done sales assistant roles, everything except accounting. It's probably not my, so I like to think that any other colleagues or employees have something. I want someone to be like a go-to.
Nice.
As a bit of a leader. And not only that, we've taken on Callan as an associate. So as a leader, I want to give back to Cal what Matt's given to me and the future breed, because once again, I wouldn't be where I am without Matt. So to be able to be someone that can filter that through to contribute to continued growth in the business long term. That's the sort of a leader I want to be. I want to be fair, but firm as well, I think is important.
Yeah.
Because there's always a need for that in any business for sure. But I think being fair and firm, and Matt's always been really fair with our team over the years too. So once again, continuing.
Yeah, no, that's great. And it's one thing that I've definitely noticed working here is it's very much a flow-on effect. Everyone, especially the directors, kind of build you up. And yeah, it's a good way to be a leader. And I really like what you said about Callan is it's kind of that flow-on effect. Is that what Matt did for you, you can now pass that on.
Pass that through with the knowledge that I've gained.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have learnt the things that I was if it wasn't for the guidance of Matt. So that's just the reality of it. I'm not smart enough to come up with these things myself.
Well, it's all a learning curve.
Of course. Yeah. That's right. It's all, everything's a learning curve. So,
What's something that younger agents could learn from your experience so far?
I think how the business works.
Yeah.
So people come into real estate thinking that we all drive these $200,000 cars, we wear these $10,000 suits, we've got these Rolexes and all these things. That's not what it's about.
Yeah.
The younger generation need to know coming into real estate, it's a long game, long-term career. A lot of the people I'm selling for today are relationships that I built from 0 to 10 years away.
Yeah.
So it's a relationship game. They need to learn that pretty quickly, and they actually need to learn how hard it is to succeed in this business, and realize how hard it is to actually go out and find properties to sell and convince people. So I think the younger generation probably need to learn that pretty quickly. However, I do feel, working alongside someone like Callum for the last 6 months, he's a great worker, he's got a great attitude, he works hard and he gets it.
Yeah.
So he gets real estate. So we're very fortunate to sort of have him here as well. So I really think that's probably something they need to learn from us. And then on the flip side, if they implement those things, they can see that you do reap the rewards. And I guess an example of that, because I'm not very smart, all of that sort of stuff, academic smart, book smart, all of that sort of stuff. Common sense is a bit how you going as well. But I got pretty good work ethic.
Yeah, it's important.
So I think that if you got that, you got a good attitude and you're coachable and you're willing to learn.
Yeah.
I do genuinely believe it's a very good career path, and you can do very well in this, and you don't need to be very good. If that makes sense.
It does make sense. No, and it's like what you said, I feel like a lot with sales, it's very much, again, you don't have to necessarily be very book smart, but what you need to be is people smart. Good with people.
Correct. Yeah, most definitely. Emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
I think, and understand what the business is, and it's a very good career, that's for sure.
Thank you so much, Steve, for hopping on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Hopefully I answered all your questions right.
Yes, you definitely did.
In the right order. Awesome, no worries.
Well, thank you so much, and we are so excited to see what you are going to bring into the business. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.